and we welcome you to this midnight vigil, a soiree where we unite hearts from all faiths and none, and we come to this table of love, because God is love, and where there is love, there is power. Power in the presence of the mystical heart of divine love. Let us light our candles for peace. In the name of our beloved Father, Mother, God Supreme, who creates life, in the name of the risen cosmic Christ, who loves life, in the name of the Spirit, who is the fire of life, in the name of Gaia, our beloved Earth Mother, who nurtures the divine in all life, in the name of all faith traditions, Jew, Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Baha'i, pagan, Wiccan. They are children of the same God, albeit known by a different name, but they are our brothers and sisters, members of the mystical body of God. And in the name of spiritual diversity, on behalf of all my brothers and sisters of the Teo community of interfaith Franciscans, I welcome you to this table of healing love. Let us begin by playing a beautiful song by Shiana Nall, singing Peace Be With You. Just relax now and listen to the beautiful words and allow that peace of God come into you. Blessed be the name of Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, God.
Oh, my dear one,
Peace be with you, precious child.
peace be with you, oh, my dear one, peace be with you,
Precious child.
angels hover above you, they protect you night and day. Angels hover above you, they will guide you on your way. God is with you, oh, my dear one. God is with you, precious child. God is with you, oh, my dear one. God is with you, precious child. You are blessed and you are holy. Precious gifts God gave to me. You are blessed and you are one. Peace be with you, precious child.
Peace be with you. Peace be in you. Peace flow from you. O blessed child of God. My dear friends, when I watch the world news every evening, I make myself watch to see what's happening in the world. It's important, even though I live a very different life to many of you, but it's a fun life. It's a good life, but I need to keep abreast of the changes in the world and where we need to pray and who to pray for. But it also opens your eyes to the depths that people will go to destroy another. When you see the violence against women, the raping and the abusing, even of little girls and boys, when you see the corruption within religion and within politics, when you see the impact of the disaster in the Philippines, you often ask yourself, where is God? Why aren't my prayers being answered? It's a fact of life, isn't it? I'm human, just like you. And there are times when I find myself shedding tears at man's inhumanity to man. When I see the Shiite and Sunni Muslims killing one another. For what? Like the Catholics and Protestants in Northern Ireland, where I was a young nursing monk. In our psychiatric hospital back in the late 60s, it was horrific. Horrific. And they blamed religion. It's not religion. It's the forces of darkness that you and I can entertain very easily by staying in the head and not staying in the heart. I believe, and it's my belief, that mind is a beautiful gift from God, but if not disciplined, it can become the seedbed for anarchy, for the Antichrist. And the Antichrist has one agenda, and that is to take you and me off our spiritual paths by turning us more inwardly on ourself, our problems, our illnesses, our aches and our pains and our fear. Fear is not of God. Worry is not of God. It's from the forces of darkness that cause soul entrapment, that prevent us from doing something precious and beautiful for God, to celebrate the life we have, to celebrate the food we eat when others are starving, to celebrate fresh running water when millions haven't even got a drop of water, to celebrate our clean clothes, the fresh air that we breathe, and a decent bed to sleep in when others just sleep on the sand or on the floor, like in the Philippines. We need to see these reminders to bring us back to how blessed we are, and yet how selfish we can become, where we either worry about insignificant issues instead of taking on the mind of God and breathing in the breath of God and to see our life and to see all around us through the eyes of God. And though watching the television and you see the corruption and the scams and the things people will do to destroy life, I immediately send love, light and blessing and prayer. And that's why we have our vigil every night, to send love into the world, and that someone will receive those prayers. We thank God for what we have, don't we? I thank God for you being a part of my journey, for your love, your support, your commitment is a joy to my heart. And you may not know that, but I share that. Let me share with you some beautiful words. They are words that were shared by Karen and Paul on the Tuesday night Doves for Peace live stream. They really touched my heart, and I would like us during this healing vigil to reflect on each word. And it is the words from St. Clare, the dear friend of Francis of Assisi. Gaze upon the Lord. Gaze upon his face. Gaze upon the one who holds you in his embrace. Gaze upon his life. Gaze upon his love. Gaze upon his coming poor. Look upon your Lord. Look upon his ways. Look upon his heart, which opens to each day. And though he was despised, the lowliest of all men, look upon his sacred cross, the wounds of each day's love. If you open to life's pain, then with him you shall reign. Gaze upon his life. Gaze upon his love. Gaze upon his coming power from heaven above. From heaven above. I would like you to come with me into the interior castle. Let us come together as brothers and sisters, though we may not share each other's religious belief. But I respect your belief, whatever your belief may be. And I'm not here to convert you. I am here to praise the one God with you. Be you a Buddhist, a Muslim, a Hindu, a Sikh, or a Jew. I am not here to threaten you. I come in divine service to embrace the poor, the marginalized, through love. Because my God, our God, is a God of love. And he touches hearts through all our love, like what's happening in the Philippines right now. He's sending good people. Many have heard the call from God to go and help or to donate generously. And many have closed their ears. But many have not, and they've given what they can afford. And this small country of ours is nothing in comparison to France or Spain or America or Canada, and yet we've raised 30 million in 5 days from the generosity of school children, old people, Many people who are struggling through the recession because they believe in their heart it is the right thing to do. And I believe in my heart it is the right thing for us to do, to hold all our Filipino brothers and sisters who've lost everything. Everything. Let us comfort them through our love. Let us be still now. And in our stillness, let us find ourselves in our interior castle, our soul. Let us just take a deep breath. Hold it. And now breathe out compassion to the children of the Philippines, to the moms and dads, to the families who've lost so many loved ones, and let them know we care for them, and that God is a God of love. But all these catastrophes are happening because of the build-up of negative energy, evil energy, the dark forces that are fed by the unforgiveness people have in their heart. Look around you. You see neighbors who won't speak to one another. You see countries that can't stand one another. You see individuals who say they love God but have no respect for other beliefs. They give lip service to God. Their hearts are closed to God. But your heart and my heart is open. And we must keep our heart open. For it is not the head that hears God, it is the heart. Let us now be still. Let us relax. And let us use the gift of free will to invite, to invoke, and to ask our Father, Mother God, Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, to come now and speak to us. They are waiting to speak with us, but are we listening? Are we truly listening in our heart? If we are struggling to listen to the voice of God in silence, the sister of the divine, then let us name the problem. Let us bless this problem and let us give it to God. Let us not pretend to be God, for we are not God. We are a child of God who is loved. And if we are so loved, why can't we surrender our heart, our fear, our preoccupation with self to God? Blessed are they who give without counting the cost, who give love without counting the cost. Be still now, and let us welcome the presence of the cosmic Christ and the divine feminine energy of God, for God is both male and female. And let us now allow the spirit of that love come upon us, as that same spirit came upon Abraham, Muhammad, Jesus, Gandhi, the Lord Buddha, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa of Calcutta, Sri Chimoy, And many of the great spiritual teachers like Rumi, Osho, Mia Baba, why can't that spirit come upon you? Let us relax now and let us listen to the voice of the Beloved. And the Beloved is saying to you, come to me, all you who labor and are heavily burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart. I came that you may have life, said the Christ, life to the full. It is not the will of God that you go through this life oppressed. You are called to joy. You are called to celebrate joy. And when you look at what's happened in the Philippines, doesn't it give clarity to the whole situation? Doesn't it take you out of yourself from worrying needlessly, whether you've got a job or not, whether you've got a home or not? When you see these poor unfortunate people and all they've got is what they stand up in. Let us revisit our values. Let us prioritize what is important for me right now on my spiritual journey to God. Peace of mind. You can be surrounded by all the materialism this world can give you, but if you do not have inner peace, you are poor. You are poor in spirit. These words are channeled words for you tonight, which I share from the cosmic Christ to your heart. Bask in the luxury of being fully understood and unconditionally loved. Dare to see yourself as I see you, radiant in my righteousness, cleansed by my blood. I view you as the one I created you to be, the one you will be in actuality when heaven becomes your home. It is my life within you that is changing you from glory to glory. Rejoice in this mysterious miracle. Thank me continually for the amazing gift of my spirit within you. Try to depend on the help of the Spirit as you go through this day of life. Pause briefly from time to time so you can consult with the Holy One inside you. He will not force you to do his bidding, but he will guide you as you give him space in your life. Walk along this wondrous path, this way of collaboration with my Spirit. What beautiful words. And they are words from a loving God to a beloved child. You and I were created in the image and in the likeness of God. Embrace that love, because you are that love. Relax now and allow your heart breathe the breath of God, the breath of Yahweh, the breath of Jehovah, the breath of Allah. And you can say it after me. Breathe on me, O breath of God. Fill me with life anew, that I may love what thou dost love, and do what thou wouldst do. Breathe on me, O breath of God. Breathe on me, breath of God. Be still now. Be still and know that you are loved. And I now call on the cosmic Christ. I call on the cosmic Christ to lay his hands upon you. I want you to visualize the hands of God coming towards you and now being placed on your heart. Feel the power of that love. And I ask the Lord Christ to honor his word, that what I ask of him, he will do for you. And I take him at his word, as I have for Abla's mom. Look at her now. She's baffling the doctors in Cairo. And that is the power of effortless, simple prayer, which is the life of our monastics. We are professional prayer consultants when we surrender our heart to God. We take what we do seriously, and we do it lovingly for peace and for those who are hurting in mind, in body and spirit. But often to become the servant of God, we have to be broken in our ego, so there is no self-love. I am not a healer. I have never been a healer. I'm used by God like you're used by God to bring love and peace. So when I ask him to touch you now through my hands, it is his love. So Father, Mother God, touch all here. Touch Mary in Blackpool, Palm in America, Miriam and her mom in New Zealand, Abla in Nottingham and her mom and family in Cairo. Bless dear Nirmala, Sue in Blackpool, Eleanor and Elizabeth in Philadelphia, Sister Jen in New York and Buffy in New York. Bless all the members of Heart to Soul Prayer Partners for Peace. Bless all those who are hurting in the Philippines and around the world, in Egypt, Libya, Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Pakistan. Be in the hearts of all religious leaders and bring them to the table of love. I ask this in the name of love, because God is love. And where there is love, there is God. I praise you, O God, and I thank you for my brothers and my sisters who are here. Thank you for touching them. Thank you for enriching their life and making them aware that they are your hands and feet and your beating heart, as I am, as you are. Be still now.